Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I am here to share with you the top 10 fall fragrances that rule them all. These are the absolute top 10 best fragrances. I put my nose on probably thousands of fragrances over the years. I don't make a lot of fragrance videos, but I am not a novice fragrance collector. Fall is such a great season. I grew up in Georgia, so you get the really nice chilly mornings and you get these beautiful perfect evenings. You get the leaf changes. You get all of these stereotypical fall aesthetics to go along with the fall festivities. Again, these are my top 10 fall fragrances, meaning that when I smell them, from a color standpoint, when I close my eyes and I smell them, I want to smell a lot of oranges and browns and reds, you know, correlating with the leaf changes. It really has to have that fall aesthetic. It needs to have that transitional season feel to it in terms of texture, not too light, not too heavy, not too citric. These are the kind of fragrances that when I close my eyes, I can just visualize every year. I'm riding down the street, windows down, not a cloud in the sky, the brisk wind is coming in and out of the car. I'm smiling and singing along to my annual listening of Kacey Musgrave's album, Golden Hour, an annual fall tradition of mine. Now, before we get into the main list, I just want to set the tone for the type of list because again, we have the absolute best. I know a lot of people say that, but compare my list with theirs and then get back with me. Now, just to show you the caliber of fragrances that we're dealing with, let me go through some of my honorable mentions. First honorable mention, we have Coco, the EDP. It came out in the 80s for Chanel by Monsieur Jacques Polge. And this fragrance is a spicy, warm, ambery fragrance with a beautiful floral heart. You got some nice jasmine, ylang ylang, and rose in here. And this kind of has a vamp to it. It's very 80s, shoulder pads. But man, I love this fragrance. Everyone who, type it in on YouTube, a lot of guys who are really big fragrance collectors, they really show respect to this one despite having a lot of expensive perfumes like myself. This one is one of the cheaper ones, but man, it really stands up. Coco EDP, if you don't know it, it's marketed towards women, so most of you ladies should know about it. This is the original, not Mademoiselle Intense, not Noir. This is Coco, the EDP that came out in the 80s, around when Michael Jordan was drafted. So, but this one is just, it's an oldie but a goodie. But it's not on my fall top 10. Guerlain's Angelique Noir is super rich, juice color, the dark brown. This is just a beautiful green vanilla. It's got Angelica flower, but it doesn't scream fall. I don't get orange or brown when I smell this. I get green, I get white. It's got a fluffy kind of custard-like vibe to it, but it's not fall. This one, another Guerlain from the La Métier collection. This is Bois d'Armagny. Now this is definitely fall material. This one definitely would be on the list, but this one is discontinued, so I can't do that to you guys. Benzoin incense fragrance with vanilla. It's just really gorgeous, really dark, heavy, woody, but just very warm and inviting. Great fall fragrance, but I'm not gonna include any discontinued fragrances on the list. So that is why this one also is now on the list. And though, again, Bois d'Armagny, this one, and Noir Peace by Frederic Malle, signed by Michelle Rudnitska. These are both included in Scent Zatour's video, who does great work and who really knows his frags. Great collection. But this is a spicy orange fragrance, really good. Again, be perfect for fall. You definitely get the orange and you get the cinnamon, nutmeg, and black pepper and clove, but it's discontinued. So those are my honorable mentions. I also could put Chanel's Le Lion in there, which Demi Rawling included on her fall fragrance list, but it's not on mine. But without further ado, let me introduce to you the top 10 fall fragrances to beat them all, to top them all, absolute best of the best. Number 10, this one is excellent. This is Promise by Frederic Malle, signed by Mr. Dominique Ropion, master perfumer. This one's a spicy apple fragrance. Perfume guy mentions how it kind of smells like apple liqueur. I don't know, I don't drink, but this one, man, oh, it's gorgeous. You see the orange juice, that's what you're getting. Smell wise, if you're into apples, if you love the smell and taste of kind of, if you love apple cider, if you love apple juice, if you love cinnamon apples, this fragrance has you covered. Pink pepper, patchouli. It has this gorgeous apple accord, like I said, in the top, but it gets very smoky in the dry down. And so it keeps you very warm, and the performance is incredibly powerful. But this is an excellent fragrance. If you know how good this is, you should know what type of list you are in for if this is at number 10. So we have Promise by Frederic Malle and Dominique Ropion at number 10. Oh, number 9, man. Oh, this is so gorgeous. This is a Chanel L'Exclusif, part of their exclusive line, 31 Rue Cambon, named after the original Chanel boutique. Oh my word, this stuff is, I swear, if you're a big iris guy, if you're into iris like I am, huge into iris, love iris, this fragrance right here is just absolutely gorgeous. You get black pepper, you get some vetiver, ylang ylang, but you get a huge plush, powdery, and more importantly, waxy iris just on the top. It reminds me of another fragrance here that's on the list later on, but this one is a gorgeous Chypre, just stellar. And honestly, if you know about the L'Exclusif Chanel line, this is probably the face of the line. This fragrance really is indicative of the House of Chanel. Again, it's the Haute Couture perfume. Stellar at number 9, gorgeous for fall. Really good for all year round. It's a signature scent, but for fall, I think this is great. It has just enough spice and heft to it to where it just screams transitional. Number 9, 31 Rue Cambon by Jacques Polge. Number 8, we have another L'Exclusif. Oh, people might be mad. People might want this one a little higher, but in my list, this is where it comes in. Number 8, we have Coromandel. Coromandel, named after the Chinese lacquered wood screens, which are beautiful in their own right. This fragrance is a really nice tribute to it. You have benzoin, you have frankincense, you have patchouli, and you have some citruses at the top. It's got kind of like an orange, kind of bitter orange top note, but it's got this white chocolate accord in there. And for those of you who grew up in Georgia or who live in Georgia, you might know this cake company called Piece of Cake. And man, they're known for their delicious white chocolate cakes. And I tell you what, my mom brought me some white chocolate cake from Piece of Cake recently, and I smelled the cake, smelled this side by side. Yes, the white chocolate accord is legit in this. You actually do get that feel. You really want to put this one on skin. It's a great fragrance. Cozy, but also, again, has enough lift and airiness and ethereal effervescence to it, to where, again, it's transitional, perfect for the fall. Number 8, Coromandel, also by Mr. Jacques Polge. Number 7, this one's a classic. This one has seen a lot of falls. Came out in the early 1900s. Man, this is Guerlain's Shalimar. Guerlain's Shalimar, this is the EDP, the modern day formulation. You see how nice orange and amber this juice is. Man, this is exactly what you're getting with this fragrance. This is the Guerlain Oud defined, meaning you get the 6 infinity stones, the 6 notes of the House of Guerlain's Guerlain Oud accord, meaning you got bergamot at the top, you have jasmine, rose, and iris in the heart, and you have tonka bean and vanilla to round it out. And the base, this is the original amber, the iconic amber, and this one really just, again, Chanel's Le Lion is pretty similar to this, but this one has a softness to it, a finesse to it, that with the floral heart that really is just unmatched. Le Lion does not give you that floralness, that floral nature, which is why I didn't put it on the list. This one does, and this one is on the list. It's beautiful all year round because it's got the citric top, but again, it just gets so warm and inviting and so cozy. Again, it's got the citrus from the summer. It's got that depth, the tonka bean, the vanilla sweetness, keeping you cozy for the warm winters. It's perfect for transitional season of fall. Number 7, we have Guerlain's Shalimar. Number 6, just outside the top 5, we have Frederic Malle's Musc Ravageur or Musc Ravageur. Many of you guys may have heard about this one for good reason. Signed by Maurice Roussel. Of course, under the tutelage of Mr. Frederic Malle. Man, they showed out with this one. Part of the original Frederic Malle lineup. You get cloves, you get cinnamon, you get this really nice animalic kind of sexy musk. You get some wood, you get some woody notes. You get lavender in there. So it does kind of have a little bit of that fougere accord. And the Persolaise talked about how he got complimented in the back of a cab, and the cab driver thought he was wearing an aftershave. It does have that aromatic quality due to the lavender, and it does have that kind of fougere chord going on, but it gets very warm, very ambery. If you like the smell of cinnamon, again, if you like gourmands, if you like French toasty kind of things. There's some interesting descriptions of this scent profile on Fragrantica and reading in the comments, but check it out, man. This, if you haven't put your nose on this, a lot of people, when they experience the House of Frederic Malle, they tend to gravitate toward this one. This one's the most gourmand in the entire range and probably the most beginner friendly if you like sweet perfumes. So check this one out, man. It's got a great reputation for a reason. 25 years in, beautiful fragrance, and again, gorgeous for fall. I wore this one a lot last fall. You can see the dent. So number 6, Musc Ravageur. Breaking into the top 5, man. These are the absolute best of the best. We have another masterpiece by Monsieur Frederic Malle and master perfumer Jean-Claude Ellena. We have Heaven Can Wait. This one, very spicy fragrance, but it's got a beautiful iris heart in the middle, opening up with pimento peppers, clove, and carrot seed, but you're also getting some fruity touches with plum and a peach accord. But at the base, you're getting the woodiness of vetiver to go on with the sweetness of vanilla. This fragrance right here, if you like Dior Homme, any of the Dior Hommes, you're kind of in the same realm. If you put your nose on Paprika Brazil in the Hermes line, or Poivre Samarkand, both great fragrances. This one, I think, is on par, if not better, because it has that floral heart. And again, I'm biased towards iris. Number 6, this one also smells like potpourri. This one smells like potpourri, man. It's got that very fall. And this fragrance came out last year. I went to Neiman Marcus, put my nose on it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have this for next fall. I couldn't get it last year, but I was like, this time next year, I'm going to have it. This time next year, here it is. Heaven Can Wait. Breaking us into the top 5. Yeah, this one just screams fall. I really don't even wear this one much outside of fall, like, just because it just screams fall. This is the season for this one to really shine. Heaven Can Wait by Jean-Claude Ellena and Frederic Malle. Number 4, the Fantastic Fourth. Oh, again, talk about seeing a lot of falls. This one came out in 1919. We have Guerlain Mitsouko. Man, this one is stunning. Stunning, and the cheapest on the entire list. This one and Shalimar are the cheapest on the entire list. These are pretty expensive, but man, you get some great bang for your buck with this fragrance right here. Thank God Guerlain is still producing this. This fragrance is a chypre just like 31 Rue Cambon, but unlike 31 Rue Cambon, it really amps up that spiciness. 31 Rue Cambon, yeah. Number 9, 31 Rue Cambon. This one really has that posh iris. It does have some spiciness. It has some woodiness, some greenness. This one is you have a lot of oak moss in here. You've got bergamot up top. You've got a lot of spice though. You have a lot of clove, maybe a little bit of cinnamon, but it's very spicy, but it's so warm. It's just blended to perfection. You have a peach accord in here, similar to the last fragrance we just talked about at Heaven Can Wait. Man, it screams fall. First off, you can wear this all year round. This is a signature scent. This is a classic fragrance, loved by fragrance enthusiasts for a reason. And man, when I put my nose on this, I was not disappointed. It was everything I was hoping it'd be after a blind buy. And man, I just absolutely love this fragrance. Over the moon with it. Again, perfect for fall, but can be worked great all year round. Guerlain Mitsouko. Do your research, do your homework on it, and put your nose on it. You may not like it. I've heard it's a little divisive. Some people either love it or hate it, but I appreciate this. Tell you what, if you really love your classic fragrances like Shalimar, like Chanel No. 5, like Chanel No. 22, you'll probably like this. It does have a little bit of a vintage feel, but not quite like Chanel No. 5. So check it out, check it out. So let me know what you think in the comment section below if you know Mitsouko, the 4th fragrance on this list. Number 3, oh my word. Oh my word, man. This fragrance right here, man, is so smooth. It's not even funny. I've put my nose on so many fragrances, and I love a soft, smooth fragrance. Not one that's too loud, it's too bombastic. I'm a big fan of that touch that the French perfumers have, and just French perfumery in general, because it has that posh kind of feel. This one right here, man, is the epitome of class, elegance, grace, sophistication, and any other word that denotes positive connotation. This one right here is Cartier's Oud Ambre. Oud Ambre or Oud Ambre. First off, presentation is gorgeous, befitting of a gorgeous fragrance like this. And this is what you're getting. You're getting woody oud and you're getting a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous amber accord. If you're familiar with MFK's, Mason Francis Kirkjohn's Grand Soir, you will not be disappointed by this fragrance. A lot of people on Fragrantica have talked about, and I've smelled Grand Soir. I love Grand Soir. And so I can attest to this as well. But a lot of people have mentioned how this is like this is like a less synthetic, more sophisticated, enveloping Grand Soir. And I agree with that. It takes the Grand Soir accord, that not too sweet, but cozy amber, and it just adds a really nice dose of this this palatable oud. And man, this thing is just smooth. It has like a buttery, like literally like tonic feel and note to this fragrance. The quality of this fragrance is top notch. The whole line, I have 3 other ones and all 4 of them could have been on this list. Oud Vanille, which I'm wearing right now, the Vanilla, Oud Santal, which people rave about, and Oud. In my opinion, probably the best straight up oud fragrance in the game that I know of. And I've tried the Night, and I have Frederic Malle's Desert Gems, but about like just a really nice oud with an animalic touch, but it doesn't go overboard. It's still a Cartier. Again, it's still a Cartier, so it's not gonna be too funky. It's not gonna be too out there. It's still gonna have that French touch. It's Cartier, okay? It still has to be sold in those boutiques where they sell those exquisite pieces of jewelry. I implore you to check this one out, or not. It's up to you, but I have it in my collection. It's my number 3. Man, this one is so good. Again, you could wear this anytime, anywhere, but it's just so rich and buttery. Again, every time you smell this one, man, there's nothing like this. I've smelled a lot of ambers. I'm huge into amber, but there's nothing like this one. There really is nothing like this one. Now the next 2 are damn good, but they're different than this. But if you want to talk about just an amber, I'm telling you. Number 3, Cartier's Oud Ambre by my favorite perfumer, Miss Mathilde Laurent. She did her thing on this one, the whole oud line, and just in general, everything she's done. I like every fragrance I've ever smelled that she's done. So again, number 4, Oud Ambre. Number 2. Oh, just short of the throne. Number 2, just short of the throne. We have Guerlain's Tobacco Honey. Some of you guys may have heard about this fragrance. You should have heard about this fragrance. I hope you've heard about this fragrance. I hope you have this fragrance because, man, as much raving as you just heard me do with that previous fragrance, this one, oh my word. Again, smooth and round. Again, no sharp edges with this one, that one, Mitsouko, really any of these. Like, they're all very round. And that's what gives you the fall. That's what makes it easy for fall. It makes it easy. Promise, maybe at number 10 is Promise can be a little loud and bombastic, but the rest of them, man, I tell you what, this one right here, Tobacco Honey, if you love honey, like the real smell of real honey, like go to the store, get the unfiltered honey, pop the cap off, get a whiff, that type of honey. If you love that smell, this is it. They melted honey in the water and found a way to turn it into oil. So this is one of the first fragrances on the market with an actual honey note instead of just an accord, man, and you can tell. To go along with it, you get vanilla at the base, you get tonka bean. The whole fragrance really is comprised of base notes. So you also get oud wood at the bottom. So you get the smoky kind of, again, a tobacco honey. So it does have a smoky touch, but really the main show is this honey. And you see the color of the juice right there. Man, again, this has cloves as well. So it's gonna give you that spicy, warm, ambery feel that we like for fall. This is my favorite exclusive line, all perfumery. The L'Art et la Métier, the Arts Material line from Guerlain. And man, I'm telling you, this one, Miss Delphine Jelk did her thing. I tell you what, man, get your nose on this. This came out last year and I was over the moon about it. And I'm so excited to be wearing this. If my #1 fragrance did not exist, the #1 fragrance on this list, sitting right here, If this did not exist, I'll be wearing this every single day for Thanksgivings to come forever until something else came out that was better. But my number one fragrance does. Come on, man. There's no way you could be wondering what the number one option is going to be. It's an obvious choice. This fragrance is fall. It should literally be titled Fall Fragrance. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you my Monsieur Jean-Claude Ellena's masterpiece with Hermes Ambre Narguile, or Ambre Narguile. This fragrance right here, man, don't let the light color juice fool you. They're not into dyeing their fragrances different colors like tobacco honey and Angelique Noir, and you know, they're not into that, but this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a serious amber. If you're into gourmands, if you like desserts, I'm a big bread pudding guy. I love apple pie. I love coffee cake. I love pumpkin bread. I love French toast. If you love any of those desserts, anything with cinnamon in it, this is the bomb. Again, even the smell of like cinnamon and honey oatmeal. This stuff has that smell beat. This stuff smells almost better than the real foods that I just mentioned. It really is the bee's knees. It really is the truth. I'm telling you, it's worthy of my number one spot of all the great perfumes I just named, of all the great perfumes that are out there. This is number one. Trust. This stuff rocks. I'm telling you, man, like, I would not steer you wrong. This fragrance right here came out 20 years ago and has been duped several times. You may have heard of By Kilian's Angel Share. Well, guess what? This is the original apple pie fragrance. This is the original. You may have heard of Parfums de Marly's Wajan, and they duped the heck out of this. This is the original. It's an eau de toilette, but so it's got this effervescence. This is the Hermescence line. So it's got this watercolor vibe running through the line. Jean-Claude Ellena has a soft touch. He likes to do a lot of eau de toilettes. Man, this one right here, man, this one right here is his masterpiece. It's got an orange cap matching the Hermes house color, and also, coincidentally, the color of fall. The presentation is stellar. Look at the thick base of glass at the bottom, metal cap that clicks in. You can see your smiling face after you just apply the perfume. You have your gorgeous stitched leather cap from the house of Hermes. What more could you want, man? This is fall defined. This fragrance is so good, it's stupid. It really is. I will be wearing this fragrance every single Thanksgiving for the rest of my life until something else comes along that is better, as in a better cinnamon perfume. Because to me, fall is all about the spices. Again, I had a lot of spicy fragrances on here. It's about the spices and the sweets. Spices and the sweets. It's time to eat. This is it really is that time of year. I love gourmands. But this gourmand right here takes the cake, man. It's one of my top 5 perfumes of all time. And again, it's eau de toilette, but it does have great longevity. Please check it out. I implore you to check this one out, as well as the other selections and as well as the honorable mentions. But I'm telling you, this one, if you can only check out one from this list, Ambre Narguile. That concludes my presentation, and now you know the top 10 fall fragrances of all time, as far as I'm concerned. Let me know what you guys think about my list in the comment section below. Hopefully you agree with all my picks. Hopefully you have some of my picks. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate your viewership. I hope to see you next time. If I don't, have a great fall and winter holiday season. I love the second half of the year, the third, especially the fourth quarter. My birthday's in that season, and along with the holiday festivities and the great eats. Man, it really should be a great time. I pray that things go well for you and your family. For those of you who will stick around on the channel, I'll see you next time. But until next time, have a great